Hey guys, NTT83, non-tactical Taylor 83. I haven't done a video for a while, so I wanted to do one. Anyway, some things I wanted to go over, some comments regarding the Delta Tech flash hider and it being an NFA item now, the whole buzz with the braces that's going on, as well as just an update on the 109T, the AKV, gas mileage in my truck, basically anything I want to talk about, right? So, boiling down to the main topic, AKV. So Kat commented in the section that the Delta Tech flash hiders have now become an NFA item and I needed to contact the ATF. Well, I no longer own the Delta Tech flash hider, not because I was worried about an ATF protocol or because I knew it was illegal, because I had no idea that they classified them as NFA items, and I still have not found any document actually validating that. I just wanted another firearm, and I was at my local FFL, and they really, the manager just really liked the Delta Tech and had a kp9 and wanted it as part of the trade deal. And since honestly to me it was a fucking obnoxiously long and heavy flash hider, I didn't give a shit. I threw it in on the trade. They are an SOT, a class 3. I asked them about it the other day after the comment was posted, and they knew nothing about it being an NFA item. And so anyway, yeah, I no longer own it. I did play around with several different flash hiders on the AKV, and I really haven't found anything that I really like that's like, holy shit, this is like knocking my fucking socks off. My hair is getting on my nerves though. Anyway, so the AKV is still running strong. I am into the 2,000 round mark with it. I haven't shot it a whole lot lately, but she's still running very good. CNC Warrior and side folding brace, which may be outlawed here soon. We're gonna see, where the shit lands with that. Now, trying to get that to stand up. As that goes to stand up, this is the kp9, the actual Vitsiaz clone. So right now there is a lot of conjecture and a lot of concern about what is going to happen with our braces. I have no idea. Right now, there was a guy that posted a video the other day that's a pretty reputable, very well followed guy, and he said we're gonna have like 4 options from what the ATF said. 1, turn over your firearm to the ATF that has a brace on it. 2, convert the pistol to a rifle length, legally rifle length. 3, take off the brace and destroy it. Or 4, do the Form 1 NFA paperwork. All those options kind of suck. They keep using this word and throwing around this word amnesty. Amnesty, if you look up the legal definition, implies that you broke a law, but they're going to grant you forgiveness for breaking it because of like maybe ignorance or a plea bargain or some bullshit. But there was no law in place, as far as I know, and I've had some really good interactions with the ATF, but they're not an entity that can make laws, but they can propose bills and rules. So we'll see if the bill passes. Reason I broke out the kp9 is I compare and contrast between the AKV and the kp9. So the things I like and I dislike. I had mentioned when I got the AKV that I'd owned a kp9. I had some negative people like, what the fuck ever. But one of the things about the kp9 is it is a 1-to-1 clone, which is pretty damn cool. But as a result of that, and I already have the block in here, but you have a much longer travel with the bolt. So follow-up shots, if you want to use this for 3-gun or, just trying to get shots on target quickly, is a little bit longer. Now, I think it's either Rifle Dynamics or I think it's Rifle Dynamics. It may be Rifle Defense. But anyway, they offer a block for the back that does essentially how the kp9 comes from the factory. It takes up 1 inch of the space back there to where the bolt doesn't have to travel as far. But just with the AKV, it does add a little bit sharper felt recoil. Now, there are muzzle brakes and things out there you can use to mitigate that. So I've already got one in this, so you can see that my bolt travel, it's still further than the AKV, but it's not as far back as it is without it. So why did I not go with a KP9 originally? Because this is the third one I've owned. The first one I owned, I had top cover crack. Second one, there was a firing pin issue. I didn't like them not selling me parts or having accessibility to parts, blah, blah, blah. KUSA is an awesome company, but there were just some little things during the teething issues of them developing these that I didn't like. So I liked it enough to get another one, picked it up in a trade, so here we are. Now, I still really like my AKV. I'm not saying I like it. I will say it, I like it better. The reasons that I like it better at this point, or at this juncture, is strictly due to, one, if I have to get rid of the brace on that, I'm gonna have to spend like 150 bucks. You know, I can SBR it and leave the plastic brace on there, but if I want to get rid of it, I'm gonna have to spend 150 to probably $200 to buy a 5.5 millimeter triangle folder to put on that, because it doesn't have a regular trunnion. The AKV has basically a stock trunnion. It comes with the puzzle piece you can put back here to go ahead and put a regular stock on. So if I have to SBR this one, or just, you know, I can pull the brace off in like a matter of seconds. It's a CNC Warrior. I don't have to worry about it. I can go ahead and convert this. And that was one of the appeals, is I wanted to SBR it when I first got it. And I really liked the appeal of the Scorpion magazines because they're so much more affordable. Now, as I was mentioned earlier, the block, the way that the AKV comes set up from the factory is you have an aluminum block back here, then you have a rubber buffer. So the aluminum buffers are everywhere. You know, you can replace those, but you have a very short travel. It does make for a little bit sharper felt recoil, but still, I don't know where I was going with that, but you know, anyway, it is something that a couple companies have addressed with the KP9, and it's not like a huge downfall. I'm not a tactical fucker that's doing tack rolls out of a helicopter or out there doing a lot of crazy shit. But there were just some things that I liked more about the way the AKV was set up. Primarily the trunnion, and the bolt travel, and the accessibility of parts. You know, PSA will sell, they used to sell a repair kit for on the spot or a field kit, and it came with like a couple different, like, I don't know, maybe it came with like a C or the retaining pin clamp, recoil spring, and firing pin. So I like that. I like that was very easily accessible, and I could do like a field repair if I needed to. And again, you know, aluminum. You have an aluminum trunnion up here. You have, got to put the safety off. You have the last round bolt hold open, but it's not true to the Vityaz. It's not a true one-to-one copy of a, you know, Russian manufactured firearm. The KP9 is true to form. As far as I'm aware, rather than it being fully automatic, it is a one-to-one copy or clone, whatever you want to call it, but it's a one-to-one. Moving on here, I grabbed the wrong gun just now, which was it was totally intentional. Colt 635, I've had some comments regarding the magazine compatibility between the 109t and the 635. So far, I still have not ran into that. Now, the one thing that I need to note that I didn't think about in the initial video, I don't know if the gentleman that was commenting that is using a factory Colt lower. And I don't know how much of a difference that would make, because looking at my factory Colt lower and the geometry of the feed lips versus the drop-in Hans Precision that's on this particular SBR, I don't see really a difference with the feed lips on it. But both the SAR, you know, my experience with this Hans Precision lower as well as my carbine, the magazines are interchangeable. I'm not having any issues with feeding between the sar109t mags, C products, and factory Colt. I have one Colt mag that won't even feed in this. It's from like 1989 or some shit, I think. But the spring's worn out. It just needs a new spring, and I would say that it will work. But it won't work in either firearm, and it's just due to, like, it doesn't have enough tension to push the rounds up, so it just goes over the round. So this is an SBR Colt 635, unbranded AR, custom lower for 120 bucks. Made this it was an imported parts kit, and just I don't know, I really fucking like this gun. The A1 look, just cool. The gun that I meant to grab a minute ago is the 109t. So the sar109t, made in Turkey, imported, was originally like an exuberant amount of money, and now they've dropped to a reasonable price point. I know sometime, hopefully Q4, we will see the next 109t. I did go back to the factory sights with mine. I hate the shiny finish on them, which is easy enough changed, but I really like the fact that they have to be engaged and disengaged with a button. Probably close to 3K rounds on this baby now, maybe more. I really lost count. Still haven't had any function issues, no really strong wear patterns or anything. I have cleaned it a few times, and she's now rocking an op mod, the MSR. So I've heard some negative reviews on these optics, but it is a green dot, which I prefer. And with the sale that was going on with Optics Planet, I was able to pick it up for maybe $35 tops. That's including some Optics Planet bucks. And for, they're normally just $100 anyway. So to get one with the flat dark earth that works so well in the deserts that we have here in Ohio, it just blends in so well. Like, I go outside, no one knows if there's an optic on this gun. They're like, wow, this is stupid. He's running like sights down and no optic, because it's just blending into the deserts of Ohio. Anyway, but 109t, still running strong. LaRue Tactical Military Surplus. I did go with I switched out the grip again to the Magpul rubber grip, and that is because Ohio stays fucking moist. 85 degrees out, and you have 49 to 55% humidity rate, which means you are sweating your ass off. Your hands are sweaty. These rubber grips from Magpul, I'm sure other companies make them as well. You could use some, wrap it up with goon tape. But these dolphin feeling rubber grips from Magpul work really well in a humid environment. So that's what I went with. That is all the updates that I have, and thank you for watching. Thank you for engaging. If you would like to check out my Instagram, it's nontacticaltailor83. I'm much more engaged over there. By saying that, I'm on that platform much more often, and it's a public page, so you can go on there, talk shit, engage, answer questions. There are a lot more of my military surplus items, as well as some things like my pouches, the websites that I bought them from, etc. I can do a separate video going in more depth on some of the sites I use to get like the A2, A1 carry handle uppers that some people are paying up to $1,500–1,600 for a complete upper, and that's ridiculous. I literally just bought a Colt A1 complete upper with bolt carrier for $400, and people are out there dropping $1,500–1,600 for an A1 with a 20-inch with a pitted barrel. That's crazy. Come on, dude. This is Bartleby Finnegan, my thummy cat. He's my dude. He would not have jumped in my lap. Just, that's your tail. Thanks, man, for that. So anyway, cat. Tactical cat. He's black, which means he's tactical as fuck. So, yeah, check out the Instagram if you want to. Like and subscribe again if you feel like it. I'm not trying to make a mint off of YouTube or even monetize it, just doing it to engage with people. So again, thank you for watching. I will answer any questions that are put in the comments section, usually within about a day. If I don't get back to you, shoot another comment so I get a notification. I am trying out a new system right now with a microphone, so hopefully the audio is good on this. Everyone, tell my cat that you love him. Say it. Say it. All right, thank you. My little clicker is not working, so I have to get up and turn off the camera, as I had to do the same thing earlier. First world problems, right? Anyway, let me know what you're thinking. If you have a 109T, AKV, or kp9, Let me know how yours is running, and I really would like some suggestions on 9mm brakes for a PCC or a muzzle device. Now that the Delta Tech did an awesome job at directing the sound away from you. They are not suppressors. Because if you're standing to the side and you're not the one shooting the firearm, it's still fucking loud. But now that I don't have that, I am on the look for a new muzzle device or flash hider that is more than just looking cool, that's functional. The Delta Tech, in all reality, was way too bulky and too heavy, so it looked cool, and that's about it. So let me know in the comment section what you guys are using for, if you make it to the end of the video, that is. Let me know what you're using for on your PCCs, whether it's a kp9, AKV, Ruger, High Point. I don't give a shit what you're using. Just let me know. Thank you again for watching. Have a good day. Or night, or evening. I don't know what fucking time zone you're in.